Hey, what's up, dude? You look confused.
My math teacher gave me this problem. It's driving me nuts.
Really? What's the problem?
To find the result of 9 plus 2 times 6.
That's it? And here I thought it would be something so challenging. You just need to add 9 and 2 to make 11, then 11 times 6 equals 66. Bam! Problem solved.
I did the same thing too, genius, but my teacher told me that it's wrong.
Wrong? Impossible! I did everything right!
You did not do everything right. You forgot the order of operations.
Anyway, back to the main topic. You might be wondering about the math problem that my two little friends were working on. Technically speaking, their calculation is not incorrect. 9 plus 2 does indeed equal 11, and 11 times 6 is 66. But why is this answer wrong? That's because they didn't follow the order of operations. Before we dive in and explain the order of operations, here's a word we'll use a lot that you should know, and that is expression. A math expression has a minimum of one operation, and it can be an addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division problem, and must have at least two numbers. So 1 plus 2 is an expression. 13 times 8? That's right, that's an expression. And because an expression doesn't have a limit on how many operations or numbers it can carry, we can have an expression with more than two numbers and one operation. Like our previous problem, 9 plus 2 times 6. When we have different operations inside an expression like this one, we need to follow the order of operations. It's the rule that tells us what operation will be calculated first in an expression. In other words, the order of operations helps you know the level of priority in an expression. If an operation has higher priority, you calculate it first, then move on to the next operation in the priority list. But why do we have to order things when we're calculating? Can't we just do it however we want? Well, having an order is important because it's a standard in mathematics. And a standard makes sure everyone can read a math expression the same way and come up with the same answer. If we solve a problem however we want, it would be a mess when you and I have different answers. Among our 4 familiar operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, do you want to guess which one has the highest priority and which one goes after? The answer is, in an expression, you need to solve multiplication and division before addition and subtraction. You may ask, why do multiplication and division stay on the same line? Do we solve multiplication before division or vice versa? Actually, multiplication and division have the same level of priority. If you have an operation with the same level of priority in an expression, you solve them one by one from left to right, depending on which operation comes first. Similarly, addition and subtraction are also on the same level of priority. If an expression has both addition and subtraction, you'll do the same thing. Solve whatever comes first, then move left to right. Now that you know the order of operations, let's show my two little friends what they did wrong with 9 plus 2 times 6. In this expression, you can see that there are two different operations, addition and multiplication. Do you remember which we need to solve first? That's right, it's multiplication. So 2 times 6 equals 12. Then the addition, 9 plus 12 equals 21.
Oh, that's what my teacher said I did wrong.
Yeah, it turns out we need to calculate the multiplication first. But this is not the end of order of operations. What if the problem is rewritten like this?
What are those curved things?
Who cares? Maybe it's just decoration. Our math problem's still the same. Bow! And now hang on, don't be fooled by the simplicity of the curved lines. They have a major impact on the order of operations. This pair is called a parentheses. Inside a pair of parentheses, you can place a math expression. The parentheses and the expression inside them form a group. If a math expression includes a group, that group has the highest level of priority and needs to be solved first. Yep, you heard me right. The parentheses even come before multiplication and division in the order of operations. Since we've just learned about the importance of parentheses, can you solve this new problem? Yes, 9 plus 2 is addition, and addition comes after multiplication in the order of operations, but it is placed inside the pair of parentheses, therefore we need to solve it first. 9 plus 2 equals 11. Because we end up with a single number inside the parentheses, you can remove the parentheses. Then 11 times 6 equals 66. But what if we have two pairs of parentheses, and they form two groups like this? How do we know which one to calculate first? These two groups of parentheses have equal priority level. So the most reasonable thing is to solve what comes first in the expression from left to right. Here we have 5 minus 3 and 6 plus 1 inside the parentheses. 5 minus 3 equals 2, then 6 plus 1 equals 7. 2 plus 7 equals 9. Great job, my friend. Now we know the order of operations. We won't make mistakes when solving a math expression with multiple operations and parentheses. You can also remember this order using their abbreviations. P for parentheses, M for multiplication, D for division, A for addition, and S for subtraction. And that's the PMDAS order of operations.
PEMDAS? Sounds silly.
It may be silly, but silliness makes it memorable.
Now that you understand the order of operations, or PEMDAS, let's combine them all together and solve a mega problem. Wow, so many numbers! But I believe that you can solve all of this by yourself. Pause the video and work it out, pals. All right, let's dive in. As you can see, we have two parentheses and they should be solved first. We will start with 40 plus 8 equals 48. Then 33 divided by 11 equals 3. Don't forget to bring down the operations and numbers that we haven't touched. Now we're left with 48 times 3 minus 20. Because multiplication has a higher priority level, we'll solve it before the subtraction. 48 times 3 equals 144. When dealing with multi-digit operations like this, remember to calculate it carefully. We can use a calculator to double-check the results. Finally, we have 144 minus 20. And the answer is 124. Phew, that was quite a long expression, but we did it. Well done, guys! You've conquered the order of operations. You can also remember it as PEMDAS, parentheses, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Try to do your math exercises regularly and apply this order so you can memorize it. And don't forget to check out our other videos on our channel and subscribe to not miss out on any of our new content.